This is a question for systems, so if you're not a system, just keep scrolling. If multiple people go in, are we just understaffed? Red flag singlets are self-employed.
This is Ezra Mitchell, aka the Foil 6 system. According to him, he is a professionally diagnosed system. And just like we do with every system that claims to be a system, we're going to let them introduce themselves. Do you see this image? Because I do, and I was not aware that my sleep paralysis demon was making TikToks about dissociative identity disorder. Like, good lord, brother, are you trying to educate people on who you are, or are you trying to lure them into a sewer with a red balloon? And Jacob, if you're watching this, I used to make up goofy names for people too. It's called being a bully. It's not good, it's fun, but it's not good. Casey is 25, he, him, and they are bisexual, which means that they don't recognize any other genders out there other than the two that are given to you at birth. He is the co-host as well as a vegetarian, which I didn't need to know, but he was going to tell me anyway, which will score him another point for inclusivity. It's kind of icky. Just the smirk, all of this cringy shit, it's just really, really icky. This is Griffin, he is 18, he is he, him, he has an unknown sexuality, and he also apparently has vitiligo, and he likes playing mind games. Vitiligo is a skin condition characterized by the loss of pigmentation in patches of skin. It can affect people of any skin color, including both white and black people. The underlying cause and the mechanism of the condition are the same regardless of skin color. Melanocytes are the cells responsible for producing pigment. Melanin are destroyed or stop functioning. The good news is he is very upfront about playing mind games, which means you should never trust him and probably stay away from him because he's not a good human being. Now, with him putting his thumb into his mouth like a baby, he could be into age play, but my theory is he is trying to be Naruto Uzumaki, trying to summon the Great Toad. Look, man, I know you want to be a whimsical fairy, I get it, we're all a little bit wispy on the inside, however, you cannot start a video looking like Ricky Berwick.
Yeah, I'm disabled. So what? At least I got a phone that matches.
So apparently Arlo has all white body hair, including their eyelashes, and everything on them is white. I'm pretty sure it's thanks to the vitiligo. And I know he's going for like fairy, whimsical type creature, but I'm getting very velociraptor vibes right now, and I've never seen an albino velociraptor. Snow Patches says, Arlo, you are gorgeous. Snow Patches, you're dumb because you're not looking at Arlo. Arlo doesn't exist. Arlo is in this person's mind. You can't see Arlo. Is Arlo in the room with you? Can you point Arlo out? In my opinion, Arlo is about as real as Arlong from One Piece. And according to Whitebeard, the One Piece is real. So you know what, Arlo, I apologize. I did not know that you were real in a fictional universe inside of this person's head. My bad. I really don't understand this haircut. Like, what is going on here? You look like Justin Bieber. And for the love of God, can somebody with a gender studies degree please explain to me what the fuck homo flexible is? And I don't think that having a pet snail is weird. However, the last person that I knew that was obsessed with snail milk was this girl.
I always joke about how, like, I leave a snail trail everywhere I go. If I'm in gym clothes especially, it seeps through so bad. It's on every seat that I sit on, whatever.
I just don't understand how someone can go from being a cute and edgy e-boy to the worst member of the Beatles. Maybe I would understand it if I had an overactive imagination that allowed me to create false worlds in my head based around traumatic events that people have actually went through when they were young children. But no, I just get delusions of grandeur, hypomania, and crippling depression. Thank you, bipolar. I'll tell you, it's a hell of a swing going from I God to why God. Back away, harlot, you will not lure me in today with your catboy charms. Is there no shame? Is there no modicum of self-respect and humility? Which one of your friends told you that, yo, this is it? Put it online for everyone to see, because bro, they're not your friends, okay? They don't care about you. They're plotting on your demise. They are the ops. And the worst part is, I know exactly where you stole this personality from too, because it was traumatic for me the first time I saw Forgiven on TikTok as well.
This mother flipping flipper, bruh. Shawty, it looks like the radio's still broke. But it's okay though. Oh baby, pull your panties to the side. I mean, only if you want to though.
And I mean, out of all the people that you could have stolen an identity from, it was Forgiven? It was Forgiven? That's unforgivable. I think one of the most common things that you see with DIG fakers is that they have 20 personalities and none of them have a personality of their own. Therefore, they rely on popular sounds or copyrighted content in order to carry their underlying content, which just means they kind of suck and are boring.
I don't want to live in a hole anymore. It makes me feel poor.
We are poor, but we're happy.
Come see, come ça. Anyway, the views are better above ground. I mean, I'm 7 non-Fox years old now. My father died at 7.5. I don't want to live in a hole anymore.
It's really kind of weird that they claim that they're not in control of their body when they're making videos in the bathroom of them shaking their moneymaker to Megan Thee Stallion. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on. Because oftentimes, people with DID are going to show extreme amounts of fatigue from often switching, as well as probably dealing with burnout a lot more than we would as not normal people, but not people suffering from DID. I am far from normal. I am so far from normal. I don't really deal with burnout or stress because of the bipolar mania, so that kind of keeps me going. However, I'm talking to you right now, my bipolar people. Mania is fun, but it is not good, and if you are experiencing mania, you know what you need to do. Go talk to your doctor before you go hypomanic or into a psychosis and end up ruining your life, whether it be through your relationship or financially. Okay, so now that we're done with this side account, we're gonna go over to their main account that has about 1.6 million followers.
Oh, hello. Are you a little bunny? I smell fear on you. Okay, I don't like that one.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong because I don't understand psychology. However, logically in my brain, somebody that was violently traumatized as a child would probably want to stay away from fetishizing violent trauma as an adult. Not to mention, they followed up in the comments section with this. I forgot to add animal anatomy / bones. Now, I don't know a lot about true crime. However, I think there is a red flag here when you're talking about fetishizing, unaliving, and torture, and then also talk about the dead bones of animals.
Real quick.
One of the things that I hate the most in this world is dramaticized forced laughter. It's not fucking funny. No one's laughing at it except for you trying to get it over your fans that they should be laughing when there really is nothing to be laughing at.
There's the trend where you post your boyfriend and you're like, you know, they sleep like Victorian, sickly dying children. I need you to give the exact description you just gave again of how I sleep.
Okay.
Hold on, you guys sit up. You can commute. The stage is yours.
Because you keep sleeping. This blanket over your eyes. In the morning, you'll be like... You look like a colonial woman. Like, she got her hair wrapped up. But she's determined. She's fighting for her life. She got her kids. Like, she's dragging them out of a burning building. Or, like, across a fucking river. I don't know. I don't know. It's very specific. But I'll take a picture. It's just...
Why is it so specific?
Это смешная шутка. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's just not my cup of tea. Maybe I'm not funny. Maybe I don't understand comedy. Maybe I'm the one that has to force my laughter to hide my pain. I think it's just kind of weird that Ezra is a trans man, which was biologically female, that turned male through life, and has a boyfriend that tells him that he looks like a woman, and they all think that it's funny when it portrays stereotypes, especially when people can't pass. Speaking of funny jokes about people passing, I'm sure that most of us know who Finster is, and if you don't, allow me to introduce you. This is a screenshot of Finster's Twitter account, and here you can see that they say that they are the most popular woman male of all time, that they're gender fluid, and that her pronouns are he, him. Here is a screenshot from a snark page where a bunch of harpies from the void are trying to take me down because they don't like what I have to say. Also, because they have nothing better to do than orbit a pedophile, they have to come over and attack me and try to destroy my character because they're miserable, because no one loves them, because they're miserable. Now, personally, I think that when Finster is dressed up as Rose, they are absolutely gorgeous. And if you need a refresher, go back, because Finster said that they're not trans, they are gender fluid, and that her pronouns are he, him. So the joke that I made about Finster that says, God, he's such a pretty girl is perfect. It hits everything. It is a perfect joke. And if you don't think it's a funny joke, that's okay. I completely understand. Comedy is subjective and not everybody has the same taste of comedy, which is perfectly fine. However, the fact that there is a succubus out there willing to throw the context out and claim it as an actual statement of how I feel based upon their idea that I am some type of transphobe and use it for character assassination, fuck you. I'm not some little pussy online that you're gonna bully to back down based on the idea of social justice and political correctness, especially when you come into my DMs and threaten to leak my conversations that I had in public, or that you found my wife online and you're going to threaten to dox me on something that I said in a public setting around a bunch of people who are a bunch of miserable bitches that have nothing better to do than try to destroy the lives of everyone that they've ever met. We were together for 16 years. 16 years since we were 18. We were literally kids when we met. Do you not think that she doesn't know everything about me? She was there through the psych hospital. She was there through the walking pneumonia that was so bad they thought it was tuberculosis when I was coughing up blood. So you found my wife and you're gonna reach out and tell her that I flirt with femboys and women online when she already knows and she's okay with it because she understands that we've been together for 16 years and sometimes you have to find a way to spice up the marriage. Am I right? That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna threaten me? You're gonna go nuclear when I already have the nuclear button on me? So you know what? Go ahead. Because I guarantee you that you cannot do more to harm my relationship than I have done in the past or that I can still do. So if you would kindly fuck off, that would be great. However, I do appreciate the snark page because I've been asking my community to do it as I've been saying increasingly problematic things on stream and hope that they would clip it out of context so that an idiot like you would come along and I could display full context and make you look stupid. Now to my subscribers that have heard me mention that I was single in the last few videos, yes, absolutely, my wife and I had decided to separate. However, we were able to sit down and talk and put some of our resentment to the side and look at things objectively and talk it out objectively. There were things that she needed that I was not fulfilling, and there were things that I needed that she was not fulfilling, and we figured it would be best to go our separate ways, so that's what we were doing. We were living in the same house as co-parents. So after hours of talking and crying and letting go past resentments, we decided to come back together. However, we're going to open our relationship up, and I don't care if that's not for you, that's for us. And even when we were separated, I never talked poorly of her because my son loves her and I respect and love my son, so I will respect her too out of the love for him. And with all of that being said, I am no longer going to address any of my personal relationships on this channel. Hopefully I was able to answer some questions that you might have all had. Ooh, Aubrey, if you're seeing this, this is all your fault because as a friend and a creator, I asked you an above board question about which profile picture you thought was better so I could go with it. I wanted an honest opinion. Instead, you felt some type of way like I was hitting on you when I was just asking you a legitimate question. Then you decide to go and leak our private conversation to this group full of harpies. And honestly, it had never crossed my mind, nor will it ever, because you might be mid on the outside, but on the inside, you are uglier than Immel. Here you can see them asking who's out there jamming to a song about child unalivement. And here you can see them jamming out to a song about child unalivement. Because I mean, that's what I think's funny, unaliving innocent children. Now, if you haven't seen the kink video a few videos back, I highly recommend it. However, we did not cover this in there because I didn't know this was a thing. Hematolognia is a term used to describe a paraphilia where the individual experiences sexual arousal or gratification from the sight, taste, or presence of blood. It is considered a rare and unusual fetish. It is also important to note that such behaviors can be harmful or dangerous if they involve self-harm or harm to others, and individuals experiencing these urges should seek professional help from a mental health specialist. And honestly, all of this cringy, edgelord, dark humor shit could be an act like the DID because they are known for their acting, allegedly. Now, there are people that are actors like Heath Ledger that embodied the role of the Joker so that he could portray him on the screen perfectly. And honestly, I think that being able to get into the mindset where you're no longer able to differentiate between a character you're playing and your own personality shows an extreme amount of control that Ezra says that they don't have. First of all, it's not acting because it's lip syncing to copywritten material, and I can't show those anyway because it's all copywritten material, like 95% of their actual TikToks. Now you're probably thinking, James, you're blowing this all out of proportion. What would they stand to gain from faking DID and all this other cringy shit that they're doing? Money. Money is the answer. If you follow the link at the bottom of the TikTok section, it takes you to this page. First link is give me money. The second link is buy this product. The third link is buy this product. The fourth link is buy this product, and the fifth link is give me money. And if you follow that fourth link, it takes you to a spicy page that I'm not paying for because there's already enough allegations out there. I don't need you to think that I'm hitting up OF creators. And at the bottom of that description is a link to Amazon where you can go on and purchase them kink gear. Now, I've never had an OF page, but I couldn't imagine how much time actually goes into it. However, I have a fairly successful YouTube channel and post on other platforms, and I understand how time consuming that is. And I also understand how much dedication and control that takes to do it on a regular basis to be able to grow a platform to 1.6 million subscribers. Anybody in my comment section that claims to have DID, how disabilitating it actually is, and that they can't even fathom being able to open up the application to make a TikTok. Not to mention not only managing one TikTok account, but 2 TikTok accounts, an OF page, and brand deals while staying on top of switching and all the other things that come to day-to-day life. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. It can be done. However, I think there's a better chance that the Pillow Fort system has everything that they claim they have than this person being able to do this. And if you're not sure who the Pillow Fort system is, they are another DID faker that I covered on this channel. They have a better chance of getting hit by a rock from space than the actual diagnosis that they claim they have. As far as this person goes, I personally think that they're a grifter fetishizing mental health in order to drive you to a website to get you to buy a product or give them money. To all of my audience that now knows a little bit more about me behind the scenes, welcome to my life. To everybody else that I've talked about in this video, welcome to the fucking petting zoo.